Welcome to Club Shada episode 297. So what are we doing for 290? What are we doing for 300? I'm asking myself the question. I'm wondering if I do something special, if I do something maybe with some guests, pre-recorded live in a special place, in a hotel room or in a restaurant. How do you open that shit? Yeah, I'm asking myself the question. Ouch. Well, damn. How you open that? See, they make it complicated. These simple things when there's no need to. Oh, there it is. Hey, what? Really? How does it work? All right. What is this, man? Some lychee juice. Yeah, so what we're doing? First of all, what time it is, where you're watching from, put the flag and the time where you are, and yeah, the name of the city. As always, this show is brought to you by shadaware.com, Gods of Good Fortune. It is midnight 51 minutes. Thanks to all our sponsors and special thanks to Matt Music, which is our sponsor for the month of May with $9.99. If you want to become the stream royalty and the main sponsor, it's simple. You just top $9.99 and boom, there you are. You're the king. You're the new one. Some things with so much gas while I'm live was not a good idea. Anyway, yeah. So how's everybody doing? How you been? Don't forget to put those likes on the YouTube video for the algorithm. So I'm doing good. Yesterday with my wife we visited 2 houses. It was pretty exciting. Actually, so this house here has 1 balcony, a veranda, and 2 bedrooms. And when I got here, I was living alone, of course. And now I have 1 daughter, 1 wife. My sister-in-law is a lot with us, with a baby. And my son sometimes comes. So 2 bedroom is not enough anymore. And even if the prices are high in Portugal now, I'm in a position where I can afford to try a 3 bedroom or a 4. So we visited yesterday a 3 bedroom and a 4 bedroom. We were very excited about the 4 bedroom and we were very disappointed with it. That crib was that was not it. Every room was small as hell. The apartment was not in a good condition. There was a lot of things to redo, and yeah, we didn't like it at all. But the building was amazing. So that's the worst part. You visit this place, the place looks amazing. like the building itself looks like classy, etc., etc. Elevators are nice, and then you get in an apartment and you are super disappointed. The entrance was nice, the kitchen was nice, but the 4 bedrooms were actually super small. It really looks like this one was a 2-bedroom that the owner just turned into a 4-bedroom for maybe Airbnb purposes or something. And you can even see, because the living room was probably a square, but it got turned into a L because he turned the living room, took some space from the living room to make the 4th bedroom. And none of these bedrooms, I think my king size bed doesn't even enter in the master bedroom, which is a suite. So I was like, nah, it's not gonna do it. And the other one that we visited was it was a 3-bedroom apartment, and I don't really like the building. The building is I'm in a nice neighborhood, so it's just in front of my house actually. I don't like the building because it doesn't look as luxury as the one where I am and the other one. But the apartment that we visited was amazing. It had so 3 bedroom. The bedrooms were huge. Every bedroom had its own bathroom, which is great. And the living room was huge. No veranda, but everything else was perfect. And yeah, listen, we really liked it. But I think the problem is, instead of proposing a 5-year contract, they were proposing a 1-year contract, which means that if they decide to sell it, you have to bounce like after 6 months. And now, when I get in the house, I want to be there long term. So we're keeping our eyes open, and we have, I told I have a girl that works at an agency. She does all these for us. I told her to keep looking. She knows the budget more or less. And whenever there's something that shows up, to let us know. The only thing is, I pay my rent 6 by 6 months now. So by September, I'm going to pay another 6 months of rent. So if she can find something before July, August, that we can visit, then it kind of makes sense, so that we can decide to move. If not, we're gonna stay another 6 months, which is, it's not the end of the world. We're cool. And it's just that why I would need another room would not be to put more people in a room. It's just to have my own office, and I would create really my live stream space in my own room and my office when I can work anytime. And maybe I would even change this show from midnight and out for me to maybe 10 p.m. or something like that. If I stay another 6 months here, I might find an office space and have a place where I do my live stream. But I like working from home. But I mean, listen, I can have a laptop at home and an office where I can do my stuff. It would just change some things. So I have to think about it. Time will tell. Who knows? Maybe in 6 months I'll be in a position where I want to buy something, or maybe I'll just stay here for another year. Who knows? There's no urgency anyway, but it was great to visit those places. Those places were nice. Very nice. I mean, that second one was nice. The rest, I don't know. CK Control, what up? How you doing? What's good? Love Fashion Style, bonsoir. Tome, what's good? How you doing? Jeffkey Joseph, hola, what's goody? Thanks a lot. Neymar, what's up? Sabrina Ziklov, how are you? How you doing? Emery, what's good? Look at that, 297. We here. Could you afford to build your own house? According to your taste, of course. Not yet. I mean, first of all, I'm not a house guy. I'm an apartment guy. I lived my whole life in Paris, in buildings, and I don't feel safe in houses. I prefer being on the fourth floor somewhere. And up. That's my taste. So buying a terrain, and that's actually what George and Nelson Freitas did, or they're doing. Buying a terrain somewhere, maybe a little further from outside of Lisbon, and then start building your house, brick by brick, maybe month after month. It always costs less to build your own stuff. But I'm the type of guy that would prefer finding something I like and buying it. And even finding something I like, buying it, and then remodeling it. So it is, everybody has their different preferences. Me personally, I lived in apartments all my life. In Africa, we have the house, but I don't feel safe in houses. That's me. Now, if I get to a certain level, I might go house with security, drivers, etc. Until I get there, I prefer being in a luxury condo with gated security and a good 250 meters square, 4 to 5 bedrooms, home office, driver. To me, between this and a house, I prefer this. Personally, if you ask my wife, she will tell you we can go live far away and have a big house, even if it's an hour away from Lisbon. Now, my daughter now is next year she's going in a private school that is in the neighborhood, so we don't want to live too far from the school too, because it's great to be able to take your kid walking or a 2-minute Uber ride. We already used to that thing. I'm used to living near my shopping center, near every restaurant, so living further from that would be a big change. And I'm not saying it's impossible to do the change. It's just that if I have the possibility and the means to live in this expensive neighborhood, listen, this is always the same thing. Do you prefer living in something smaller? And this is not small, but do you prefer living in something that is more expensive? Because if you want to have a T3 here, in my neighborhood, it costs more than 2K a month. Or do you prefer living, for example, on the other side of the river in Alcochete, Montijo, etc., and maybe you can find for 1,005 or even 2K, you can have like a huge T5 in one of those brand new constructions, but then you are on the other side and you are not in Lisbon anymore. It's you have to see which one is better for you. But if I wanted to do that, I would have put my daughter in a school out there. Now that she's already here and I'm about to pay the whole year, it kind of make no sense. I really want her to have the best education, the way I had the best education, so that she grows up and she can have the best options. And for whatever she does, she has a brain like mine. So she already has my DNA, so she's lucky. But if she can also have the teaching that I had, to me, when whatever she wants to do in the future, she's good to go. So I prefer staying around here for her to be in a great school. And listen, my neighborhood is amazing. So I'm so used to walking everywhere. I don't want to have to drive a car or have a driver, whatever. Nah. That's not my thing. Hey, Christine. Hello. MJ Wemotos. What's good, brother? How you doing? She does. 2 minutes. What up, Kendrick? Yeah, 2-minute ride. Those rides for €3. But that's only if it's raining, of course. Her school is walking. It's probably 15 minutes. Or you can take a trottinette. It's going to take you 5 minutes to get there. Or you can take a Uber and 5 minutes you're there. For now, her school is not too far. But the new school where she's going, it's twice the distance. So, yeah, listen. At a point, my goal is to look the difference between how much it costs me to have an Uber. I don't really go out of my neighborhood a lot, but at a point I want to see how much it costs monthly from my wife and I and the kids when they need, how much it costs of Uber, and how much it would cost to have a driver, with maybe buying a Mercedes and having somebody drive me when I want to go somewhere, or when my wife want to go somewhere, having a person that is available and can take us where we want. At a point, that's where I'm heading. Not there yet. For now, we just take Ubers. And yeah, if it's raining, if the weather is not good, or if it's windy or something, it's cold, yeah, you take an Uber. They drop your kid to school and then take you back home. Or even you can walk back home. But yeah, listen. La bourgeoisie. Time to get my driver's license. Yeah. What is that? Oh, nice. A friend sent me videos of my show with Mika Mendes. Oh, I'm gonna put this on YouTube. Let me look at them. Can I download them? Oh, I'm gonna watch them after. Oh yeah. Oh, new subscriber. What up, Munera? So what about you? How you doing? Nobody's telling me what time it is and where they're watching from. I see that. We got people from Facebook. We got people from YouTube. We got people from Twitch. The people from Facebook, they never comment nothing. You don't see them in the comments. But the people from YouTube, first of all, I'm missing some likes. I am sorry. No, there was some people from Facebook. All right, good. Everybody, put the flag of where you're watching from and what time it is where you're watching from. Where you are watching from. I want to have a some. Listen, I want to have a conversation about Zouk music, but not today. I want to go into an aftermath of something that happened in France, but I will do it probably in French, because it's about a subject that I really need the those people to understand. So I will do it another time, or maybe I'll do it. We'll see. We'll see. Gibbs was good. Thank you so much. So I want to have a conversation with you about the new, and we've talked about it before, right? We talked about what we call now the lifetime, the fact that everybody is turning you into a subscription. And I believe that, I mean, I don't even know how many subscription I'm paying. It's just, wait, Netflix, Apple Music, Apple TV, sorry, Apple Music, and Apple Games. So this is free, Apple One or something. Amazon Prime, HBO Max. What else do I have? My wife, for my wife, the Brazilian thing, Globo. I know there's another one. Did I say Netflix? Adobe Photoshop and Lightroom. Blender for the AI masterings. ChatGPT, Midjourney. I'm sure there's a lot of others, because once you get subscribed to all these services, you don't realize, but it takes like 8 here, 5 here. SoundCloud, I have SoundCloud Premiere. I have YouTube without the ads, YouTube Premium. That's for my whole family. That's $12.99 a month. So I believe that I probably have around 250 to 300 euros monthly that are going to all these 5 to 12 euro subscriptions that I take. And it's funny because I was on my PayPal the other day, and I was looking for a payment that I did for Uber Eats, but I was not sure about it. And then I realized that I have a payment for a service called a service for DJs, where you can send your songs and they take care of the you can send your songs and they take care of sending it to DJ, some service like this, right? And it costs like 59 every year or 60 every year. Okay. So I'm like, am I using that? So I go to their website, right? Oh shit. Oops. I'm gonna use the other one. Yeah. So I go to their website, right? Damn, they would not accept me in Japan. Oops. Yeah. I go to their website to see, like, what is this service about again? Like, what am I paying for? Because I never use it, right? And you know what I see when I go to their website? Oh, Jibs, thank you so much for a $1 super chat. Thank you so much. Blessings. Much love, much love. Thanks for sponsoring and supporting this show. So I go to their website, and you will never believe, when I go to their website, the website says, oh, we closed our doors. It was a thing that I did alone, blah, 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 blah. The website is, the service is over. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I look at the message. The message is from 2 or 3 years ago. But I've been paying for 3 years, $59.99 every year for a service that has been dead for 3 years, but they keep taking my money. It's like, yo, listen. I directly went to PayPal and I closed this subscription. And I was talking about this to Boddhi, and I was like, yo, bro, do you ever clean up your subscription? Do you check, like, what are you paying? Because, listen, I even have some apps. I forgot where you see this on the App Store. But if you go to the App Store, let me go to the App Store. Where's the App Store? There you go. If you go to the App Store and you go to your thing, you will see your subscription. So I'm paying every month. I have Apple One. Apple One is $27 every month, right? That's for the whole family. Then I have Global. That's for the Brazilian thing. Gibbs, again, shout out who? Shada? It's your birthday? So it's your birthday or it's Shada's birthday? Anyway, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, Gibbs. Thank you so much. Listen, Apple One, $27.95. Google Play, $5.99. Lenza, unlimited access until December. That's for the AI stuff. I'm not gonna use this again. Muzo, 111. That's something to, and that it's a. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a thing that I'm using to track all my music and stuff. This is 111. That's, yeah. And then Twitter now. Twitter Blue, 114 per year. And then Vesco photo editor, 21 per year. Okay. There. Allergies. They got me. Imagine that. And you know, you just say to yourself, damn, like, it's it puts you in a position where oh Lord. Yeah, it puts you in this position where you just realize, okay, just from these, we're talking about $250 a year just for I did not really the allergies, really what I'm like. So it's taking you now, and you have this. Just these are already like 200 and something a year. Now, if I add everything else, I'm probably at 500 euros of subscription every year. And I think it's an interesting conversation to have about why is everybody turning their business into subscription. Me personally, whatever is your service, I prefer paying one time and have your service forever. But there's a lot of things that you have to, 2 here every month, 3 here every month, etc. Oh, that's crazy. Where did the money go? In their damn pockets. And now I'm asking myself if so the one from last week, right? That I could go to PayPal and say, no, terminate this and cancel this payment. So they canceled that payment of $59.99. Okay. But the one from last year and the one from the year before, I've been paying that thing for nothing. And I don't know if I can ask for reimbursement, because that service has been gone for a long time. And listen, Sometimes you just pay something and you forget about it, and it just renews. But that's crazy. Cause yo, if you close your company, at least stop taking my money. That guy was just there chilling and taking the money. Yo, come on. That's crazy. So what you guys should do, in my opinion, is go and check what are you subscribed to from your iTunes store, your Google Play store, and also the rest of your things. You have to go and check it out, because that's when you realize these people have been tranquillement taking your money. And sometimes you're paying something that doesn't even exist anymore. Bro, that's crazy. How you doing? Hey, Christine. 8 p.m. in the US. Joel, man, what up, cousin? How you doing? How's everybody doing? How are my niece and nephews doing? 8 p.m. in Niagara. Oshudu Niagara. Oh. When are you going to be in Florida? That's a good question that I don't have the answer to. I have to get a working visa for the US. Subscription for software is a ripoff. It depends. For Photoshop, for me, yeah, I believe that, listen, I can stay on an old version of Photoshop and do everything I need to do with it. I might even leave Photoshop and start using Pixelmator, because I'm just paying for updates that don't change nothing to my life. But some software, it makes sense if they update a lot, or if maybe they do something like a service that I use all the time, like Lender, for mastering by AI my music. I use it all the time. So paying $11.99 a month for that service, no problem, because I'm making money with that. Some others, like turning my pictures into AI, it's funny the first time, but at a point, yeah. So it really depends what is the, it depends. Thanks a lot, Gibbs. Lol. Shelda. Happy birthday, Shelda. Unless it's Gibbs, I don't know. Oh my God. Oh, Maria. Boa noite, como estás? Tudo bem? Where's this guy? Yeah, you check your subscriptions all the time, Emery. Listen, me, I forget about those things. And when I check, I'm like, yo, because I just received emails, such was removed, such was paid for whatever, such was paid for whatever. And they all go out of my PayPal, and there's money coming in my PayPal from distribution, then going back from that. So I don't really, most that goes out of my PayPal is usually food. Uber Eats or Uber, and then it's connected to my bank account, but I don't really feel it. And then sometime all of a sudden, bada bing, bada bang. What are we gonna do? What is going on here? Don't move. Oh yeah, I have to assign that guy. What you want?
Mais fais attention à bien régler ma qualité d'image. J'ai maintenant un bon téléphone. Faut pas dégommer ma qualité, s'il te plaît.
Your face has changed. Tu es jolie.
Ah bon? Merci. On essaie de.
Do you have a new telephone?
Yeah. I have the 14.
You have an iPhone 14?
Yeah. The other one is this one is busted. It's like every 15 minutes, not even 10 minutes, like it just freeze.
It's because the battery. You have to change the battery. Yeah, you have to change the battery. That's the thing for that. Yeah, the image quality is different. I can see the pores on.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Parce que là, j'ai l'impression que tu es en train de me faire du boycott.
No, you're looking great. I didn't touch nothing. You're looking great.
Okay.
I can see the pores of your body. Je peux voir ta calvitie en 4K.
Ah ouais. Ça, c'est la sagesse. Certains cherchent ça avec la torche. Nous, on a là gratuitement. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez?
Avec la torche en Turquie.
Ah oui. Ah, il y en a qui vont se faire clouer des poils sur le caillou.
Vraiment.
You know. But I do shave because I ain't gonna lie, it's not like it's the sexiest thing. I don't. You know. So supposedly the reason why your hair.
Maria Rosa também tá com sinusite. Ih, coitada. Yeah, supposedly what?
When you have.
Benediction desde Cuba, sorry.
Muitas bendiciones. Muchas bendiciones.
Muchas benedicciones desde Lisboa.
So supposedly when you have this situation with the hair is because there is there's
alopecia.
a collection of Are you making fun of this disease that I have contracted called alopecia?
No, King,
Actually,
speak your truth.
I do know somebody who has alopecia, but it's sexy. It's super sexy. I mean, you know, it looks good on her at least, you know.
Woman.
Yeah.
I mean, for men, it's not as.
Point being,
it's not as.
This is because of an accumulation of mucus. So what you need to do is, in order to treat that area or the whole body, you need to do a full mucus cleanse. So you gotta get into a alkaline diet, which I have to say that I've been slacking on a little bit. So, you know, but I'm gonna get back to it.
Would you go to Turkey? Maman Dalia, hello.
Oh, merdalia! Toujours l'icolo.
Would you go to Turkey and do the, you know, take some hair and then do a new hairline?
I'm cool.
To look like Akon?
I'm alright. Oh, God.
Don't create problems for you.
Não,
Tudo ótimo ouvindo você melhor ainda, meu querido Sufã. Obrigado, Maria Rosa.
I mean, you know, to each their own. And we're young, to each their own, man, you know. Ah oui.
Le Muré-Agnon, c'est le top G du Bénin.
Si.
Base misogyne.
Non. Les Béninois sont des gens qui aiment beaucoup la magie. Hein.
Hey.
Les Béninois sont des grands marabouteurs.
Ok. Tu es déjà sorti avec une Béninoise?
Avec une Togolaise. À l'époque! Ah, elle était fraîche. Hein. Ah, my God. Clémentine.
Moi, je crois que c'est une Togolaise russe.
Pop. Cette petite elle avait un cordet. Non, cette fille m'avait mis des fièvres à l'époque. J'étais au Mali. Merde. Non, une jolie go.
Oh Lord, these guys.
Ça, c'était une petite Montmartre.
Bah, Montmartre, le Niaroul.
Good old days, man. Good old days.
Do it like Kofi.
Ma favorite, la Kerly.
La Kerly à Bango. Beau sentir. Coupe ya Ice Cube.
Oh. Vanilla Ice. Mon Dieu, je te jure, c'est pas possible.
Laissez les gens. Appréciez le style des gens. Oh.
Joe. Mais il y a des gens aussi, parfois, on a l'impression qu'ils ne pensent pas à leur... C'est-à-dire, aie pitié de toi-même, quand même.
God.
MG Wemoto.
I believe that if you like yourself with whatever you do, I believe that it's nobody's opinion is more important than that. So if you feel
No,
yourself with
at first I enjoyed. I liked Kofi's new haircut, but then I saw that. Hey, you're a bad guy, man. You sent me that photo of him with that.
it's not
bald thing.
me.
It's you.
It's not
It's you.
me.
It's you. Ooh. This is messing up any opportunities for us to collaborate. Who is this man now? Making fun of him. You see why?
Ah, Lord. Non,
Hey,
vraiment.
donc, vieux père, voilà ton fils. Il a fait, on est ensemble.
Nah. We can go there, meet him, and have the same haircut.
Bro, my days with long hair are way gone. You know.
DJ Soñador. Oh, listen. For those who never saw Boddhi with long hair, I have an Instagram post that you guys want to see.
Oh my
Let me
god.
see something. Let me see. Boddhi Satva. Let me find you. You posted some photo. Damn. Yo.
Yes, sir.
Yo. You had some
Real for
serious hair.
Yo, I had some seriously dope hair, man. Like, I remember chicks were jealous and everything. They're like, oh my god, you got. I was like, hey, what can I do? You know.
You had
Incredible.
some serious hair. And they were like, they what? They're not like, ils sont pas crépus.
No, so it's not really kinky, but definitely curly. It
Okay.
was a mix between. C'est pas crépus, mais c'est pas non plus lisse. Il y a vraiment
Okay.
des cheveux. Il fallait que je mette. I had to put like the product in my head for them to really just get, you know, proper. But yeah, man, I used to have ponytails and everything, but not really ponytails. But it looked good actually. I used to look good with that shit. But you know, I gotta drop at least 20 kilos, and you know, maybe then it would work. But it's a different time, man. It's a different phase of my life. I loved how I looked then, but you know, I'm happy to wear it now. You know?
When was this?
This was 20 years ago. Yeah.
This is what? Belgium?
Brussels, yeah. Mais tu vois pas, c'est là où il y a les.
Ouais,
tu vois,
troll.
hein, on est à côté. Là, je suis juste en face de la gare du Nord. C'est dans le
Ah.
quartier, là. Tu vois tous les
I thought
buildings
it
à
was-
droite, là.
I thought it was Tron. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh. Well. I got my pick
Flights.
too.
Toi aussi, vraiment, on se fout de Kofi, mais vraiment, toi dans ton genre. Dans ma
Ah, non.
favori.
Those were my
New
real
Jack
hair.
Swingy.
Those were my real hair.
Swing.
Teddy Riley. Look at those hair.
Guy 3. Merde.
I was 15.
Comprendre.
I was 15 in this one.
Charisme. L'enfant de
Charisme,
quelqu'un.
Yabango. Vraiment. Like,
Les gars faisaient le défrisage en pagaille.
no, that's my Portuguese blood.
Forcing the curl by all means.
Duke Curly. I think I'm still burned here. I don't know why I always burn only here. Relaxer. Smelling like eggs.
It does smell like eggs. Oh Lord.
Everybody say Jackson 5 Boddhi.
That's the sixth member of the Jackson 5.
Hey, DJ Soñador, what up? Ronnie. Beautiful.
Non, vraiment, en tout cas, le monde
Sometimes you need to let it go. Sometimes you don't have a choice. Yeah, that was Boddhi. Oh, he has some nice hair, huh?
For sure I did. For sure
Yeah,
I
he had a
did.
serious crown back in the day. That is true. Quel péché tu as commis pour perdre tout ça?
Ah, maman d'Alia, si tu savais. Faut même pas chercher à parler de tous ces péchés ici. C'est qui est sûr, Dieu sait pourquoi. Mais il y a fouille. Il récompense toujours. Il récompense toujours ses
Là.
enfants. Donc, il n'y a pas de problème. Ça va aller.
Drill Camp TV, what up? Julie, how are
What it
you?
do?
What it does.
What it does, what it do, what it
It was a
do.
beautiful hairline.
Man.
Oh, me too. Oh, me, I had a perm. You guys, listen. You guys, listen. This is me. Wait, I have to cut this photo. Oh. How do I crop a photo? There you go. Let me crop that photo. You guys are not ready. This is me in Kinshasa in the old house. So I'm probably 15 in that picture. Look at that.
Ben, mignon garçon.
Un mignon garçon Yabango. Dreadlocks.
Que tard. Ça, c'est à l'époque où tu chicotais les petites en
No,
pagaille.
I was like 15 here. No, wait, no,
Please.
I'm
you're more than
18.
15.
18, I'm 18, 19.
Look, perv.
I'm 18. Look at that.
Look, you know, you look good.
No
Hein?
belly.
Non, vraiment, dans les 90s, quoi. Vraiment, ça, c'est vraiment.
Vraiment.
Bah,
Coupe, il y a 90s. Vraiment.
Bah, jeans Borsalino, bah, Santiago, bah, tché.
Bot Chipiwa.
Vraiment, à fond. Ceinture boucle d'argent. Quoi, boy.
But I had a ring. I had one of those rings that gets on two fingers, the hip hop rings.
Comme les coups de poing américains, là, les trucs que tu mettais, là.
I lost it in somebody.
Hey, see, you just can't just help yourself. Oh my God. Hope she's not allergic to any iron.
I don't know. She's still alive.
Oh, thank you.
That was a long time ago.
We know you a long time ago. Then it's like, hey, Kate, tu n'étais pas obligé de parler de notre histoire, mais je ne t'ai pas mentionné. Oui, mais bon, je sais que c'était de moi dont tu parlais. Oh, mais personne
Non,
ne
bah, attends, tu crois que j'ai perdu que dans toi?
Ah, merde, il est loué.
I had some styles. Look at this. Abacos.
Non, gars, l'époque d'Abacos, j'ai kiffé cette époque. Non, l'Abacos, c'était quelque chose, hein.
L'abacos, c'était quelque chose.
I remember I used to wear, it was such a big trend in Central Africa. I don't know if everywhere else in Africa, but in Central Africa in general.
Yeah, no. Yeah, listen.
For a long time, actually, we were taking the trends from Zaire. Huh? Zaire was dictating the stylistic trend.
Yeah. That's for real.
Ça, c'était, on savait que non, ça venait de là.
That's
Même
true.
la musique et tout. Hein? Si.
I found a cover from an interview I did.
Wow.
But I'm not sure which country is this. That's like 2000.
Les artistes africains au cours à 2000 vous parlent.
La nouvelle superstar continentale.
Vraiment. Ton teint.
Émotion.
Regardez-moi son teint. Très frais. Vraiment. Non, américain à Bango, quoi.
Vraiment. Showbiz.
On lave l'argent en propre, hein.
Hey, pardonnez-nous. Nous avons été beaux.
Vraiment. Encore de beaux restes quand même.
Oui. No, I was looking for a pic, but I don't find it. With my I had the braids, but I don't find it. Yeah, I don't find it. Anyway, it's probably somewhere. So I was talking about something with everybody. I wanted to have your experience as well.
Mm-hmm.
Did you Do you ever? Oh wait, Boddhi, I cannot hold my curiosity. How did the things with that club that canceled your night ended? Oh my god.
Well, it ended with me just me and the guy, we had a couple of messages interactions actually, and actually we had about two interactions mainly. Um, and basically he was trying to intimidate me with lawsuits saying that I called him a xenophobe and a racist, which I didn't do. And I just responded to him according to my legal advisors, and made sure that I addressed the situation as respectfully as possible, because I truly believe that the man is probably, I mean, I truly believe, I don't believe he's fundamentally racist. He might certainly have some bias or whatnot, but I stipulated that to him. I said it's not an attack to you necessarily, even though it ended up being, because you created a damage to my brand, and so I did what I had to do, and what is done is done. We cannot go back. We can either build from this point onwards, or we just do, you do you, I do me, and yeah, that's it. We move on. And he just never responded back to me. I think probably thought it was too good to respond, but anyway, it's all good. And yeah, but the boycott is real. I mean, it's a fact. It's if anything, now I unleashed the rage of the gods of the night of the nightlife gods of Portugal. But if anything, it's cool. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm okay. I'm comfortable in spaces of discomfort. I'm used to it. I'm not victimizing myself, because again, I embrace all the changes, and we're gonna come back. The event is gonna be happening at some point. Actually, I have a meeting this week with somebody. So we'll see how that unfolds. But it did hit me though. It definitely did hit me. I really didn't expect it to, this whole thing to actually have such an impact on me for about a good month. I felt like, whoa, but it happens. It is what it is, and what hit me is not necessarily the fact that, okay, the cancellation is one thing, but it's just the overall, turmoil, that's been going on, because it's not just now. This is just something that's been going on, and you know, uh, me blowing up online was just a result of all this accumulation of, like, anger, at how people just try to just poke at you, and then eventually, yeah, you explode. But it's cool, we got it under control, and we're back. We never left, but just saying that I'm finally back into the swing of things. So the situation is done. There's no conversations needed. It is what it is. There's no way he's gonna wanna even talk about bettering the night quality of the nightlife in the country, let alone the city. Um, so to each their own, and I'm gonna build my community, and yeah, they should come when we do the event.
How did you meet Boddhi?
It was a threesome. Very dark.
Uh, so I was on MySpace,
Yeah.
and I received a message from this guy. Yeah, I'm from Central Africa. I'm Boddhi Satva. I do Afro house music. Cool. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna check.
Shame, man.
So I check his stuff.
Shame.
I check his stuff, and I'm like, hey, that's nice. That was what, 2000?
Oui, c'était début 2000, c'était 2000 quoi? 2000 peut-être was 2005, 2006,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah, MySpace.
no, MySpace days.
So I check his stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's nice, So I sent him a message back. I'm like, yo, I heard your stuff. Very cool. At that time, he had an album, this White Album one. Let me see. Let me check which album I heard at that time.
It was it number? It was the yes. It no
It
no. Il est pas là.
was.
Il est
It's
pas
not
là,
there?
non. No.
There was like a single. Let me. Oh,
Maybe this. No, it's impossible because I didn't.
2006.
Yeah.
No, it
Actually,
was. Maybe it was a single.
at the time I was posting a few joints.
Yeah, I mean, I heard one of those things, and so I come back to him with a message. Yo, great music, great beats. We should do a thing together. Like remix one of my
No, no, no,
stuff.
no. C'est pas ce que tu as dit. I know
Okay,
exactly
what did I
what
say?
you said and what I actually said.
Okay, what did
I
you
hit
say?
you up. I said I hit you up. I think it was. I have a feeling it's probably one of your. There's a tune, and you know what? Funny enough, I have not been able to find that song again for some very odd reasons. And the song, I really, really, really loved the song, and I felt like I could do something with it at the time. And so I hit you up and I said, "Hey, I'd love to do a remix," but my idiotic ass. I'm the one reaching out to the guy to do a remix, but then I'm asking the guy, "Yo, but my fee is what did I say? 1,500 euros."
2,000 euros. So he's like,
No, you're lying.
hey,
No,
I'd
you're
love
lying.
to remix your
Okay,
song. I'm
you're
not lying.
No, you're exaggerating. This is you.
No, I'm
You're
not.
exaggerating.
No,
Yes,
I'm not. This guy come out of
Yes.
nowhere. I never heard of him. He said,
is the
"Oh,
thing.
listen, I love your thing. You're a legend in the game. I would love to do a remix for you." So I go listen to his stuff, and I'm like, "Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, let's work." And then he says, "Yeah, my fee is 2,000 euros," and I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?"
And I think you responded something like, "Oh, okay, well, good luck," Something like that. And then I felt so shitty because I was like, "Oh fuck, look at me," but I can't remember if I actually because I don't know what motivated. I had a conversation with somebody, and so imagine already at the time, there was this thing where I think somebody was telling me about my talents or some shit like that, and so I don't know. I just felt like I guess I could just go and ask for that kind of money. But
Yeah.
fast forward to 2009.
We meet again in
no,
Miami.
2010.
Yeah.
2010. We meet in Miami through a common friend of ours. And Kaysha doesn't know who I am. We've already forgotten about the whole story. So I'm realizing that he doesn't know. He doesn't connect, right? And so as we go, and obviously I'd gained some weight, and we enter places. It's like shit, Bodhisattva. And I said, "Look, I gotta confess something to you. Remember somebody hit you up and asking you for you to pay them for a remix of a song of yours on MySpace." So I said something and he was, "Oh fuck you! Is that you?"
And there we go.
And here we are, man.
And here we are.
23 years later.
Hey, look at that. So I was talking to everybody about a subject.
No, 13 years later.
Yeah,
13 years later.
a little more, 15.
Well, 15. Wait, sorry, 15.
I was talking to everybody about something. Do you ever check the status of all your subscription? Did you know what happened to me?
No.
I was paying for this DJ thing. It's a DJ thing where you pay like 60 every month, and then you can submit. I think it was called submit something, and then you send your stuff. It was more for house music, but for other genres as well. You send your stuff, and they send it to a bunch of DJs, and it costs you 60 euros every year. Sorry. And I realized that I've been paying for the service for the last 3 years, but the service have been closed for the last 3 years.
Alors là, ça c'est une fortune.
Yeah, but the guy keeps receiving my money easy. And because PayPal was on automatic subscription, so PayPal was continuing to pay, but the website has been closed. And that's why I decided that I checked already on the iPhone, but I'm going to check in the rest of everything, like all my subscription, to see what am I paying, and if there's some stuff that I don't really need that I'm paying, because now everything is subscription. Did you ever check your stuff?
Yes, I actually
That's
you
good,
made me think
Redune.
about it. I need to check them again because sometimes we just go and subscribe to stuff and
Yeah. And
yeah,
then we forget them.
yeah, especially when it's on automatic payments and stuff.
Yeah. But that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. It is the reason why every company is moving from people paying something. Let's say, I remember when Logic Studio Final Cut cost 4,000 euros back in the days. And that now everybody is just saying, listen, instead of paying a one-time fee of X, give us $5.99 every month forever. And
Yeah.
personally, I'm the type of person, I prefer paying a fee. Unless it's a streaming service where I understand the fact that you're doing new content all the time. In exchange, I'm paying you all the time. I understand. But for an app that sometimes never changes, I like the apps where you have the choice between. Some apps you have the choice between paying a subscription or paying a one-time fee.
Yeah.
But most companies, the reason why they are all turning to subscription is because they are interested in what you call the lifetime value customer, which is, in reality, they ask themselves how much you're going to be worth to them in a lifetime. So let's say you are 20 years old and maybe you're going to use a service until you get 80. So that's 60 years, right? So 60 years by 12 months, that's 720 payments that you're going to do. So now imagine my service is 10 euros a month, then your lifetime value is 7,200. And actually, if I have 100,000 people paying me that money, I'm going to make 720 million from my 100,000 subscribers. So that's why all these companies, they realize, oh, listen, some people will subscribe for 1 day or 2, and then they will stop, right? But most of them, they will forget, like me, like I just did. And then, yeah, you just pay. You just pay for X amount. So imagine if you like me and I pay around, I don't know, 500 a month from all my subscription. I'm 50. By the time I reach 100 years, in 50 years, so 500 multiplied by 12, 6,000 multiplied by 50 years, that's 300,000. A little house in Portugal. That's the craziness of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a smart move in terms of business for sure.
if you have a service that makes
Yeah,
sense,
that's providing, obviously the type of interest and the type of, like Spotify, it makes sense. Apple Music makes sense. I mean, how many years have you had a subscription on the iCloud and stuff like that? Like, we all subscribe to these things.
forever, and it's not that expensive. Like for my whole family, it's 27 a month, but now it means every year I'm shelling out 300 for my whole family, storage, iCloud, music, games, etc. But in 10 years, that's already 3,000. If you have 1 million people with iPhones, and you have 1 billion people, but if you just have 1 million people paying 3,000,
A year.
no, 300 a year, that's why they make a ton of money. Apple is making a ton of money just from subscriptions. Yeah. Because most people, they would just pay. And so that's why all these people now, they actually make more money in reality from you being yeah, you being subscribed for a small amount than you paying a one-time fee. And I think at a point we could have done that as artists. Because imagine if you had like just your 1,000 most loyal fans. I mean, it exists. It's Patreon, actually. Patreon.com/Kaysha. If you have 1,000 fans that love you for real, that give you even $5 every month of Patreon, there you go. That's 5K.
Yeah, I found out the other day that Bandcamp offers that as well. So you can provide exclusive content to your Bandcamp followers. So I'm about to set up my exclusive account, my subscription based account. So I was like thinking, maybe €5 a month. So some people charge €10 a month or whatnot. But and then since I release all my music on Bandcamp before it even comes out on the other platforms, that's the way to go. And provide people with exclusive content. On a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, as a matter of fact, because the way we produce music and everything, it's just like, you got your.
It just depends. I think it just depends where are the most of your followers. Where do they listen to your music?
I mean, it's Spotify for sure, but I'm just saying in terms of
maybe if you do some exclusive there, yeah.
You can kill two birds with one stone. It's like, okay, you have your Spotify subscribers, but you have your Bandcamp subscribers, because I noticed that the Bandcamp people don't go on the other platforms. It's very interesting, and people, because on Bandcamp you can actually own the actual track, the actual file, so you can DJ. So that's great, because I realized that on Bandcamp I have like 1,300 something like followers. So
but how many people buy your stuff on? Because I mean, I also have Bandcamp, but in reality, I just sell a track every 10 days. I sell a track. When
I'll sell at least 5 tracks a day on Bandcamp.
Oh, okay, per day. Okay, so it might make sense for you. It's Spotify is really where I make the lion's share of my money.
Because remember, Bandcamp is more like, if, for example, if you were like doing like your Gianna Marie or stuff like that, back in the days on Bandcamp, that would sell, because Bandcamp is more niche sounds. They're not really into like the mainstream stuff or the more commercially appealing sounds. They like more of the niche, and
I could do some exclusive remixes for that.
Yeah, and I think Bandcamp really has for that, and every Fridays, or at least one Friday a month, they waive all their commissions, so you make 100% of the profits, which is pretty cool for the artists.
My favorite shows are scattered all over streaming platforms. If I pay for every platform, my salary would go only to them. I mean, same here. I pay for all of them, but I mean, most of them are €5. So Apple Music is 5, Disney is 5, HBO is 5, that's 15, Netflix is 12, that's 25, Globo is 5, that's 30. So with 30, you have like 5 platforms. That's enough. If you add Amazon, for 30, 35, you're good when it comes to streaming. Plus YouTube Premium, that's 40 and some. But
YouTube Premium is actually really nice. You can.
Yeah.
I don't use YouTube. I mean, it's funny enough. So I have 2 ways of using YouTube, I noticed with time. So I'm using YouTube on my phone all the time. Actually, I stream podcast, video. I mean, those all those interviews, documentaries on YouTube, like at least.
And you watch on your phone?
Yeah, from my phone. Only. So I consume YouTube solely on my phone.
Interesting.
Except when I have guests at home, then I have YouTube on my phone for my, my talk shows that I'm listening, and then I have music playing off of YouTube. So I go to YouTube, I go on music, and then I have all my playlists and all my mixes, reggae, whatever, and I just play, and then it knows exactly what I like, I guess. So it just starts, lighting things up. It's really nice. Then they're beefing up actually the quality of the selection there as well. So it's very funny. I'm using YouTube music on the TV when I have guests, and my phone. I watch everything on my phone from YouTube.
I watch YouTube exclusively on my TV.
That's
On my
fun.
phone is really, if I'm in a plane or something, and no, even though I'm in a plane, it's gonna be in an iPad. I like to watch it on big TV. This is my TV. What do you think of Skillshare? I mean, I've been seeing them. I've been seeing the ads for Skillshare a lot, but I never went there. That could be good if you want to teach stuff. There's a lot of people who actually sell courses, but
I know a couple of people that do that. They're making good money with it, but you've got to be. I don't know. I was advised to do that. People are asking me, look, why don't you give like workshops and teach
yeah,
people about DJing and culture of house music, etc. And I'm like, and here we go. You're like, am I good enough? Yes, you are. You're good enough, but it's just
yes, you
that
are.
you're making it. You're thinking that it's too complicated, but the truth actually is that um, I don't know where I can fit that in my schedule. Like for example, just this week alone, um, I edited. I'm still editing the show,
Me too.
uh,
So much to
and
edit.
and I had to do like four. No, actually six, 7 songs in exactly 3 days.
That's the way to do it. What do you think of all the all the Zouk artists going crazy over that juice comments from 2012 to 2017?
Well, first of
For
all, the
those
comments. I mean, a lot of
for
people.
those who
I'm
don't
sorry.
know, that juice said I don't like Zouk, and every Zouk artist is saying, but some of your tracks are Zouk tracks. So it just created a whole commotion on the
Yeah,
internet.
that's like me saying that I don't like. For example, I like kizomba as a music, but I just don't necessarily like the movement of the whole dancers grinding on each other and fucking rubbing dicks over it. Like that shit is not for
That's
me.
not Kizomba. Come
But I
on,
do
that's
have,
not
but I do have
Kizomba.
a bias towards kizomba and tarashini. I know that shit because of some shit in the past. But yeah,
Okay,
um,
so one of your
but I
girls was a Kizomba dancer, and it ended bad
no,
because
it's
she was
it is what
dancing
it
strange
is.
with some people. You know,
I mean, I understand that people love the dance, and I
there's
respect that,
different
and I
ways to
find it to be
dance it
beautiful. I do
without
find
rubbing
it.
each other.
I
There's
know, we obviously,
sometimes it's
I know, but I do know that majority of the time, it's all about seeing who you're gonna be banging next. So I'm just not into that shit.
oh my
Same thing
god,
with those
le
salsa classes and all that shit.
préjugé.
No, I'm sorry, I do have a
That's not
massive
true.
prejudice. I'm sorry, all these courses. I'm just like, okay.
I have to
Anything that
take you to a
involves
Kizomba
like
festival so
body
you
to
can
body
see.
situation, oh please. This is
I'm
this
gonna
is
take you.
fucker this is fucker drum. This is just like I mean I have
I'm
no
gonna take
problem.
you to a Kizomba festival so you
I'll have
realize it
fun.
has nothing to do with what you're saying.
I'm sure. I'm certain.
You're gonna become a big Kizomba dancer. You're gonna be
Look,
like,
and I
"Un,
can
deux,
dance kizomba.
tres."
I can dance kizomba. I dance it. It's just that but I do like the music and I do enjoy seeing some of the dancers do their thing. But I always have a preconceived idea about a lot of them. You know, I'm just like, okay. You know, I'm not 100% with it. I'm not gonna lie. That's like people having preconceived ideas about DJs. And a lot of the
Yeah,
preconceived ideas are true. The cliches are very true, unfortunately. But you know,
but
so yeah, I might get canceled for saying that. But yeah, so Daju, yeah,
you are already canceled. So yeah, that
I've
you.
been canceled. So let's be more. First of all, the guys express his opinion. Okay, well, you know, let's also put in perspective one thing, right? A lot of these guys don't really have a musical spine. They'll jump on whatever is hype, and it's okay. I think that you need guys like that as well. Um, Talented the guy is definitely, but I don't see, and I actually would have to dive into his musical catalog to understand his journey. But so what? Even if you say something about Zouk, what is Tommy saying?
There's
There's
Kizomba
Kizomba
and
and
there's
there's
Tarashinia,
Tarashina. There's a difference, but
where Body's coming from.
I know there's a difference between the two. Trust me. But I'm sorry, my mind has mixed both and everything else in the middle and around. It's, look, let me tell you. Every time I see people say Kizomba, I don't know. I have a weird. I get slightly. I get that. I just have to just like. Remember when we
Oh
went
my
with
god.
our friend to this Kizomba club here in Lisbon years ago, before COVID, and she started dancing. You and I, we went. We accompanied her, and she's and it's a friend, right? So, but I get when I'm hanging out with my female friends, we look after them. We make sure that they're good. Nobody bothers them, whatever, and we let them do their thing. But obviously, we make sure that no guys act inappropriately. But I don't know, man. I just didn't like the way those guys were moving, it's an excuse. These sounds are an excuse for promiscuity, and I understand it's part of it. It's normal. I mean, you see a girl you like, you see a guy you like, you're gonna use that pretext to come together. I get the concept. I'm not saying I'm not gonna be a fucking faux cul and not say that I wouldn't take the opportunity, but that's my
Back to
point.
the matter.
Ah, faut débattre ou bien? Papa, ok, tu lances des
No,
sujets.
no.
Bon.
I'm asking you about the main
So
subject, which is
that Jew, I think that anyway, he's entitled to his opinion. The zoo community loves to fucking complain about everything, but look, you are one of the biggest stars of the zoo music, internationally renowned and respected. Your contribution to the sound has been tremendous, and here they are repeating almost word for word everything you've said, and or you know uh, painfully acknowledging you for your contribution now. But it's like, what good does it do? Like, it's like they don't appreciate anyone doing their music, especially people of the Caribbean, people outside of the Caribbean, it seems, Africans, etc. It's like, but why it's like people who complain about those Ukrainian or Russian or uh, Polish women doing kizomba classes and doing Afro house classes. It's like, dude, like, why are you gonna shoot the people who are actually understanding how to turn your thing into a business? Because for you, it's all about fun and play, but you're not actually. Oh, you can't say that. You're disrespecting. No, I'm not disrespecting. The fact of the matter is that, have you managed to turn this into a business? No, you haven't, because I don't know. Okay, get into it before I put myself into more shit. I'm gonna get cancelled even more.
no. I'm listening to your opinion. It's interesting. MJ say I think Daju is coming to Edmonton this month and next month. If he doesn't like Zouk, then that's his opinion. I ain't mad at him, but maybe I'm missing the context. Zouk still rocks.
For sure. The music is amazing. Not to cut you, Papa K, but I wanted to add, because I think my point might be taking a little bit of context, maybe. But the
You're backtracking?
Zouk. No, I'm not back. No. None of the things that I have backtracking. I do have to say that Zouk as a music, as a sound, man, come on, it's one of the most inspiring. I mean, I love it so much. It's my shit. Like, I can listen to it, over and over. So for somebody to say they don't like it, but then make that music coming from that world of commercial sounds, I am not surprised. They'll do what they do in order to make the bank. So
Do
if
you
you're
believe?
purist, I get it.
Do you know the song "Calm Down" by Rema that has 1 billion stream?
Yeah.
The baby calm down.
I don't know.
It's a Zouk
That
song,
song bores the fuck out of me.
but it's a Zouk song. If you listen to the rhythm,
Bon, oui, mon frère. The drums.
the drums are Zouk drums.
Yeah. But the
And-
rest is Afrobeats.
But what is Afrobeat? Afrobeat is the same as Kizomba. It's just a term
Okay.
where
It's like
we-
ghetto
this is like
Zouk or Candy
we put
Zouk. Come
we
on.
put everything in there. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, of course.
to me, that's where that's where all the arguments of all the Zouk artists that I was listening to their space, all there complaining. The first thing I wanted to do was give them a mirror for them to also ask themselves, what did they do for that music that they defend only when there's, it's just like you said. Sometimes I'm gonna post a video of a Ukrainian girl, or a Russian girl, or an Indian person, couple dancing, or Brazilian couple dancing to my music.
Kizomba, man.
Yeah, sometimes I'm gonna post those people dancing on my music in their own way, maybe originating from wherever, but then they're gonna add their own flavor, because everybody adds their own flavor to things, right? And then I'm gonna have a bunch of Caverdians or Angolans in the comments saying, this is not Kizomba, that's not the way you dance it. And me, I'm gonna be like,
Kizomba, caraças. O Kaysha, você tá a fazer promoção pessoas erradas, caralho.
And then I'm gonna be like, guys, first of all, you are not doing any videos for me to post. So why are you complaining when others are doing it? I'm an artist. I appreciate people performing on my performance. I make music. It inspires other artists that are dancers. However they dance, I don't care. For me, I appreciate seeing what they come up with my music. And if you really wanted to support your music, you would do videos as well instead of coming in the comments, because some people only exist in the comment sections. When it's time to support, when it's time to buy the music, when it's time to show your appreciation, there's nobody.
Nope.
And in this Zouk thing, I was looking at all these artists, I was listening to them talk, and I was like, look at all of them. They are part of the reason why Zouk is where it is. And today I talked with one girl that was in the space, and she's one of the biggest Zouk artists. So I'm with her on the phone this morning. So we talk about this whole situation, and I ask her, what if that Jew just came out of nowhere and proposed to one of you guys to do a featuring tomorrow? Who do you think would accept? And you know what she replied to me? Everybody.
But did you see his concert in Martinique or Guadeloupe? It was full.
It was full, of course.
The one that he just did.
Yeah.
Actually, during this
nobody boycotted. Nobody did any boycott. Of course, it was full, because people don't really care about that conversation. That's the outrage that is kind of useless.
And I think this was a slap in the face of all the people that was in that space that you attended, that you listened to. It's a massive slap in their face, unfortunately, because it's like you can clearly see that you're all jumping on the fucking wagon now and trying to like take shots at the guy and try to shine through that and come back. Here we are, like crab mentality, like, oh my God, there's a little bit of like, it's like y'all are trying to ride the wave.
Pasquale. Yeah, no. I was watching it and I was like, well, Boddhi's traumatized. Yeah.
Boddhi's traumatized.
I don't know by who. But no, you see,
it's not traumatized. Traumas.
I had a long conversation with her about the whole thing, because she's been in the game since she was 16, and she's in her 40s now. So once you've been in the game for long enough and you've seen the mediocrity of the people in the game, and it's not just for Zouk music, it's a lot of genres in general, right? Mm-hmm. Mediocrity and lack of leadership and lack of organization will guide you exactly to that village. of people just taking parts of your culture and doing whatever they want with it. And I believe there's a real conversation to be had, and I will do it in French about the Zouk music because I believe it's important that they hear it. There's a conversation to be had about the fact that in the contrary to Haitian music with Haiti, Jamaican music with reggae and dancehall music with Jamaica, Congolese music with Congo, or soca music with Barbados, all these communities, all these people are Trinidad, Tobago, all these communities are countries.
Reggaeton,
all these communities are countries. And the big difference here is that the French West Indies are still a French territory. They never gave them back their independence.
Attention, Papaké. Vous rentrez sur le chemin politique, monsieur.
No, it's not politics. It's just the reality. You know, when the Americans brought the slaves in America, they deported a lot of Africans out of their land. They brought it in their country to work, right? So when they gave them their freedom hundreds of years later, and they had to go through all these evolution to become on the same level as American citizens, it was still in the same land. It's in the same country. So if I'm watching the news at 8 and somebody says, "Oh, there's been something in Boston," and I'm an African American and I grew up in Boston, I can say, "Oh, that's my land." So when I'm watching the news as an African American, I feel American. I feel that I'm from this land. Even if I know that I have a history coming from Africa 400 years ago, I'm now American because my family has been on this land forever. When I'm from...
How do they call themselves, as a matter of fact, those ones? Foundational Black Americans or something?
Leave me alone with that. So, if I'm from...
Mais pourquoi je vais te leave alone?
if I'm from Haiti, after the revolution, and they freed themselves from the French, they became a republic. And so there's a destiny of a people. Mm-hmm. But when you are from Martinique or Guadeloupe or Guyane, you are in the French territory, meaning that your destiny is the destiny of the French people. So you can see yourself as a country, you can see yourself as a people, but in reality, you are administrated still by the French government that is 8,000 kilometers away from you and doesn't really care about you. So your culture is not the culture of a country, but the culture of a department, some distant land that belong to the French people. And your culture become a subculture, just like Corsica, just like Brittany, all these places. Even your language is not the main language of the country where you are. And this is the dichotomy that these people are living through. And I believe that is an element of response for why it's hard to have your culture become not respected, but on the forefront when the country where you're from, they don't really care about that. They care about, R&B, hip-hop, French variété. That's it.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Yet at the same time, those who are pushing the movement right now are African people. Ayana Kamura, Daju, you name them, right? So it's what
they're not pushing the movement. They're just doing music.
They're using it, I guess.
Yeah, just like the Nigerians are using it as well. They're not pushing a movement. They're just doing music. Listen, please, let's stop acting like we're not in the age of the internet where everybody's listening to everything. Mm-hmm. We never had access to so much music. So everybody is inspired by everything. Listen, you can be inspired by Zouk without knowing that it's Zouk. You can be inspired by compa without really knowing it's compa. You can be inspired by reggaeton because of a Justin Bieber song, right? You can listen to, you can do something that sounds like Kizomba just because you heard a Boddhi Satva beat, right? So everything is mixed, and some people understand what are the genres, but most people, they are not as scientific as you think. For them, it's just good music.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of these artists, they're not beat makers. They hear a beat, they do a melody, or sometimes they hear a beat with a melody that is given to them. They write something, comes out, it's a hit. You tell them it's Zouk, you tell them it's this, and they don't care. And I remember when I was 25 and we were doing the Zouk R&B movement, and everybody was telling us, how do you call your music? My response was, it's just music to make girls shake their ass. And they were like, yeah, but does it have a name? I was like, yeah, girls that make music that make girls shake their ass. That's what I would tell in interviews, because I was like, stop asking us. I remember vividly. So 25 years ago, we in the West Indies, yo, but you are the Zouk new generation. I was like, no, we're not. But yeah, you are the Zouk R&B. I was like, no, we just make music. Listen, we come from hip hop, from R&B. We listen to all these things, and we did a little mix of this. And we didn't want to be defined. I remember I was always saying, I don't want to be defined, because if you define me, you limit me. So don't call me a Zouk artist. Don't call me a R&B artist. Don't call me a rap artist. I'm free. So I kind of understand both sides. We want our culture to be respected, and we want the songs to be called what they are. I understand that side, but also understand the side of, I don't want to be labeled something, and I just want to be free to make music. And listen, you can call my music how you want. You can say, oh, that's amazing that you do Zouk, cool. But instead of telling somebody that's amazing that you make Zouk, you go to people and you're like, hey, say it's Zouk, say it's Zouk. Hey, say it's Zouk. You hear me? Hey, say it's Zouk. Why don't you say it's Zouk? And I'm like,
it just almost scared me, man. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I was waking you up. And that's where
I was not sleeping yet.
you kind of pushing people away. You see what I mean?
No, 100%.
Because you are just.
But I think, but I understand also why they feel like that, because I think a lot of the time, man, it's not easy. We were just having the conversation before we did the live, right? When we were talking about some people are just, no matter how much tools you give them, they're not able to process the mechanism and put in place a system that will allow them to get away from whichever position or situation they find themselves in. It's like
emotions.
It's not easy. Yeah, actually, the truth is, I have empathy for people like that up to a certain point.
Yeah.
You know. So it's deep, man. It's complicated. It's like I remember when I had a similar situation when because I was one of the biggest disruptor in my industry for bringing. I really took. Well, I wasn't the one bringing it. Oshunlade was the one that actually. Oshunlade, for those who may not know him, big producer, massive DJ, one of my biggest inspiration as well. Worked for India Ari, Massey Gray, Music Soul Child's first album, the Gap Band. I mean, worked with Prince, or almost worked with Prince. Anyways, legend. And so he was doing like edits and edits of R&B songs like Ciara, etc., and playing them in his sets with his very unique sounds, the Yoruba soul sound.
Yeah.
And actually, Ancestral Soul was inspired by Oshunlade's Yoruba Soul, because I just understood exactly what he was doing. And I just added my own swing and flavor, Central African flavor and swing. And again, yes, I added the Coupé de Gale reference, the Zouk. That's why I understand exactly what you're talking about, because these were the music that inspired me as a kid growing up, you know?
Yeah.
listening to your music, or Kassav, or so many others, right? And it's like those are the sounds that have literally raised me as a teenager. So I think when I decided to incorporate these sounds in house music and in Afro house particularly, and bear in mind at the time we're talking about 20 years, almost 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago now. It was still rather new. And yo, the backlash I got, man. People already then I was boycotted. Not many gigs. Promoters were not calling anymore. It was they would not respond positively. It was really, really an off time. So again, being a precursor, being a leader, being somebody that is always pushing the envelope, mixing things, and sort of like, again, yeah, pushing the envelope, you're going to be met with backlashes. Even though I do feel like what Daju and all these other artists are doing is something that you, Kaysha, have done time and time again, over and over, but just not been, you know, publicized in the way they are, and back to the type of media power and visibility that they have. That you had at a certain point, and you were also boycotted from the game yourself. So, man, nothing new under the sun, I would just say. So, hey, good for them if they can milk that cow. And if those, as you said, those from the older generation who were smart enough and humble enough to be like, hey, dude, let's work together. Because as you were saying to me one of these days, you're like, these young girls and guys are fans of these singers. All they have to do is just go and say, hey, look, I just heard that song. I love what you're doing. How about we do a song together? They would be starstruck.
Yeah. They would be like, oh my God, when I'm going to tell my mom that I'm working with you. Everybody, don't forget to put your likes. I see a bunch of people from Facebook. They're watching without saying nothing. There's at least 30 people from Facebook here who are not. I don't see you in the comments. Everybody on Facebook, put the flag of where you're watching from and what time it is where you're watching.
Arrêtez ça, Facebook.
Arrêtez ça. MJ saying, I don't think there's any reason to be mad at Daju for his opinion. Zouk still has an audience. If you listen to artists like Aya Nakamura with her popularity, has Zouk sounds on her album. And it's just different ways to see it. If you see it in, listen, our culture is just spreading all around the world, and the name doesn't really matter. And some people, they just like the name matter.
Yeah.
The name. We want you to say the name. We want you to say it. Me, I'm like, listen, sometimes I hear Candy Zouk. I hear my own style that invented. My variation of Zouk. I hear it sometimes I hear rim shots. I can hear when people sample my stuff. I can hear, you can hear your influence.
100%.
I don't go to people and tell them, hey, why don't you say Candy Zouk in the beginning of your song? I'm like, yeah, I did that. I'm just happy that I did that. But I think the difference is I'm in such a good place financially and in what I did that I don't have that frustration of and maybe because I'm kind of a culturally without no land in reality, because I just do anything I want. I don't feel that, and I'm not in this thing maybe. And again, it comes to my analysis of maybe what these people are going through because of being Princess Lover told me we feel that we are le cul entre deux chaises in French. I don't know how you translate that in English.
Yeah, you got your butt between two chairs or something.
Yeah. And at the same time, we are French, but at the same time, we feel that we are our own people, and at the same time, we want our culture to be respected and exist in our country. But in reality, our islands are not countries anymore. So it's complicated. And maybe this is why maybe they feel like they need to have this validation. I don't need to be validated by nobody, so I I kind of understand what they are going through, but I don't have this feeling because I don't have the same history as and my lineage, Portuguese or Congolese, don't have the same history. So maybe.
But if I may add to what you're saying, because I think the way it comes out and the way it sounds when you say it could sound cocky, it could sound like whatever, but people forget that you've been cancelled and you've had to work your way to your own financial independence a long time ago, obviously. But it took so many years of actually being confronted with isolation and figuring out ways to actually survive through the isolation that allows you to now be, living off of the massive amount of work you've been doing for these decades, right? So I think that a lot of people need to understand that nobody just came and gave you a fucking silver spoon and fed you.
Of course
you
not.
literally you worked your way through it. So I think that's important to emphasize on the fact
No,
that
the
this makes
worst.
you difference between you and the rest, because you've always,
And I think
your circumstances pushed you to look beyond, your.
I think the worst part is that all these artists that are complaining, I've worked with them. I work from inside. I understand the Zouk market from inside, and I know exactly what are all the flaws from the media, the investors, the artists, and the public. I can criticize all four of them, from the good and the bad. And Tome, when you said reggaeton is actually from Panama, no, reggaeton is actually from Jamaica in reality, because every reggaeton is a derivation of the song Dembo by Shada. Then the Panamanians did a Spanish version. Then they went to Puerto Rico, where the big Dembo movement coming from the song turned into reggaeton. So originally, Jamaica, Shabba Ranks. Dembo, Dembo, Dembo. That's the song. I remember because in 92, I went to a Shabba Rank concert with my first ever Martinique girlfriend. Those were the days.
And it's amazing how reggaeton it's the same freaking beat over and over and over. Okay, they refresh it somehow, but
the same lyrics.
It's always fucking nice.
It works. Yeah,
It always
great.
works.
Yeah, it works. Because they know how to refresh it enough, and then there's then a lot of variations, trapeton, cumbia, etc., etc. There's a lot of when you go and you look, and I think this is the difference. The difference is when you have, and this is why I like the way they do it with hip hop or how they do it with house music. In house music, every variation has a name. And I remember back in the days, we had Zouk, Zouk Chiré, Zouk Saucisson, Zouk Love, Afro Zouk, Candy Zouk, Ghetto Zouk, R&B Zouk, Zouk New Generation, and everybody knew that it was a variation of Zouk because everybody used to call it Zouk. But then at a point they lost the battle of branding because they didn't take care of the brand. And they didn't want to share it with the world because of their own issues. They didn't want to share it with the world. They wanted just to be Zouk, and it's what we have, it's the little we have. Don't take it from us. And they didn't want other people to call their thing, so people start calling themselves Kizomba.
Yeah.
So now you can't complain. Or you just work, because my mentor always told me everything is cyclic. Reggaeton is at the end of the third wave. Because I remember from Daddy Yankee, then it stopped, and then you had Papi Chulo started the second wave, and then there was 4 or 5 years of reggaeton. Then it went back down. Then it was the J Balvin and them that took it really worldwide because of the streaming services and stuff. And you still have a lot of reggaeton, but now everything is. I don't think what the the French West Indians are complaining is actually something that has to really do only with them. But I don't believe they have the knowledge to understand that, because every genre is taking something from every genre. Afrobeat is taking from everything. House music is taking from everything. Pop is, listen,
Well,
most
now
pops.
house music is taken from potentially everything, but initially it was taken only from disco.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
because it came from disco.
Exactly. And it's really because now we have a generation that is listening to everything. They love everything. Back in the days, for those who are old enough, if you wanted to listen to R&B, you had to go to an R&B club. If you wanted to listen to reggae, you had to go to a reggae club. African music, you had to go to Nelson Club in Paris. Every club had their only genre. Then it started having 1 hour or 30 minutes of every genre in clubs like l'Atlantis in Paris. And then the artists like Rihanna were, anyway, there was some before like Wyclef and stuff, but the big artists. I remember when, I don't know if people remember when Usher did a house music track in his album. That was a revolution back then.
The one he
Now
did
it's
with Diplo.
normal. Yeah, but now it's
Yeah,
normal, you
yeah.
know? Because when he did, yeah, everybody was like, oh, those sounds are strange, right? And then what's his name? Neo had a house music track. And then everybody had one house music track in their albums, and everybody was like, whoa, this is,
But that was
and
because
then,
of David Guetta, actually, and
yeah,
he's not
yeah,
getting enough credit for that. Because I
exactly.
think that David Guetta really opened a lot of doors, and he got a lot of slack because he did it EDM, etc. But honestly, give praise where and give
Exactly.
praise where they
Yep.
do, you know. And
Praise to,
David
yeah, yeah.
Guetta
Give flowers to
definitely,
David Guetta for his
definitely.
contribution to the movement. But now it's normal when you have a Rihanna album that has uh, house music, R&B, a reggae track, a house track, and then a pop track, and then a folk track, and they all go to one after the other. One video of this, one video of that. Now it's normal for that generation that is 20 years old. They don't really care about your battles of territory. For them, they just go everywhere. They
Yeah,
liked music. And if you ask me, I prefer this world personally. Some
yeah,
people
I
they
feel you.
some people they want to make it a culture fight, but I think they late. They're 20 years late.
You know what's missing though in this new world is is just knowledge. You know,
Yep.
there's just that's the issue. A lot of people lack knowledge and therefore try to claim authority upon their
Yeah,
feelings.
yeah.
Your feelings are not a knowledge. It's your feelings are not knowledge.
That's deep.
You're acknowledging your feelings, yes, but your feelings, what you feel, is not truth, and it doesn't stand as truth. It stands as your truth. But it's like I remember I had a debate with some DJ friends of mine, and they were saying to me, "Hey, look," and I was saying, "Look, your selections is cool, but the mixing is really messed up. Like it's a massive train wreck every time you go from one song to another, which makes it very painful to listen." Oh, well, you know, it's all about the selection, man. And I said, yes, it is indeed about the selection, but it is also about the art of blending songs together nicely and smoothly so that it's pleasing to the ear. Right? You don't want to be on the dance floor enjoying, and then the passage from one song to another feels like you're gonna freaking like you know break your balls on the dance floor. And it's funny because these people they were actually discussing with me. I mean, here I am, somebody who's earned their stripes. I'm a respected name in my game, etc. And in the game in general, as a DJ, as a producer, I'm giving you tips and I'm saying, look, you should really work on your. And these people are like, no, 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 this is how it works now. Well, they realized quickly that they were not getting booked as much as they should, um, because besides the fact that they had great selection, they just couldn't mix. And they once and I still give them a chance. I booked them one time for one of the shows we did, and it wasn't the. I would say that the progress was definitely night and day from what they had first introduced me to. So it was at least a good 60-70% progress. Obviously, the 30% remaining was to be worked upon, but it was decent enough for them to deliver somehow a good show, and they did a great set. Considering all consideration, a great selection. Definitely. But it's very interesting how people are like, well, I feel that way, but how you feel is not rooted in truth. It's not rooted in actual knowledge. So
It's a
like
feeling.
it's a feeling. Which is like it's just a fucking feeling. Oh my
And
god.
that's why I was talking to Princess Lover, and I was telling her the real problem of the whole culture, and it's not just Zouk, it's just, and not West Indies, it's in general. The problem of most people is that we live in the age where there's never been so much access to information. You can go on YouTube and watch people fall and all the stupid stuff that make you laugh, or you can learn every day. I personally go to YouTube for entertainment, but I also go to learn something every day. Every day I go and I try to learn something, or listen to people give me information
Same
about
here.
everything. And in a world where the information has never been so accessible to everybody, it's the choice that people make of being mediocre. People decide that they actually don't want to learn. They don't want to learn how to new skills. Listen, if everybody understood what is production, how much it costs, how much it brings, what are the ins and outs, what is publishing, what is this, what is that, genres, even just the story of your own genre that you pretended to defend. If everybody just learned about these, the conversation would be so different. It would not be emotional. It would be rooted in facts, in history. But because everybody's just emotional and about their ego, they don't see themselves in the mirror. They don't really realize that. And yeah, then the show happens and it's full. And listen, the worst part is that you, at the end of the show, he put a comment and he said, yeah, listen, it was an amazing show, thank you so much. And I don't remember what he said. He said something about like, it was amazing, thank you to all my people from the West Indies, etc., etc. And then he put a goat, right, in his comment, because the goat is greatest of all times. And all of these guys, because they don't understand what is a goat for, they were like, il nous traite de cabri, il nous traite de cabrit. I was like, I'm out. I was like, I'm out.
Mais ça, c'est les mentalités insulaires. These are island mentalities.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
people
that's
say
true.
there's no such thing. There is such a thing as an island mentality.
Yeah, it is, because you are only surrounded by the sea, so you kind of have if you don't travel enough, you start having this insular mentality. That is true. Let me look at the comments before we go, because we've passed. I like when my show is an hour and 15, but now well, all in all, I don't think it's that serious. I do agree with you. Globalization, Mohamed Bop,
Depuis le
what's
Mali.
up, Senegal?
C'est le Mali ou le
Jordan
Sénégal?
Jeff.
Ah, c'est le Sénégal, pardon.
Yeah.
J'avais pas fait attention.
I didn't want to be in a
Jeff.
box. That's true. Emery is saying, what do you think about Axel Merrill new sound, Kimi? I have to listen to it because I never heard about it. Send me the link on Instagram. Kendrick is saying, I think modern Zouk misses this je ne sais quoi from the old 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. You know what is missing? It's just you getting older. So you will always have this je ne sais quoi, which is just your memories that are mixed with the music.
It is just your feelings.
It's just your feelings. And I also think that some Zouk songs are just toned down compa guyad sometimes. Well, Zouk was actually
Inspiration.
inspired by compa, so it kind of make sense. Thank you for the info, my pleasure. Emmanuel Etienne, oh, Emmanuel Etienne, ton gars est là, Boddhi
Emmanuel
Satva est là,
Etienne,
oh.
bonjour Tokos, la sponsor, elle nous a
La
sponsorisé
sponsor
fort
Emmanuel Etienne, vraiment. Elle
le
ne
vendredi
sponsor que
passé, là.
Boddhi Satva. Moi, elle me calcule
Vraiment.
pas, vraiment. Il n'y a pas de problème, on est
Vraiment.
ensemble. Comme je lui ai promis que Boddhi Satva allait lui faire une léchette, mais qui n'a jamais rien fait, voilà, c'est ça.
Voilà. Tu es trop impoli. Emmanuel, faut pas te laisser faire. C'est un garçon impoli. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Little John is a very underrated producer, that's true.
True that.
Lourença Pereira, entrei agora, ok. E já vou dormir, boa noite.
One night.
David Guetta, times were just madness. The times where hip hop, R&B mixed it with EDM, and let's not forget Swedish House Mafia.
True.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
when Europe was on the forefront of everything.
And let's not forget as well, what's his name? The Dutch guy.
Yeah, Armand
Afrojack.
and Armand van Helden.
Yeah, but Armand has been in legend for a long time. You had Armand Jack, and then you had Chucky as well.
Chucky, yeah. This Chucky sound.
Chucky. Yeah, that's the Dutch sound, man.
Yeah. The United States have an island mentality sometimes. I do believe that the United States have a imperial bully mentality. They really believe that they are in the right, and they live in propaganda 24/7. So, hey. Reeves is asking, when did you first meet with
Oh God.
Bro, watch the replay of the show. Go back at maybe 1 hour. Somebody asked that question, and you have the answer. So you can watch the replay, and you're gonna have the answer to this question. Because now, Boddhi has to do a remix of something going on for me, and I have to edit some videos.
Oh
but
no,
I'll
I ain't
do them
gonna do
tomorrow.
no remix. I'm going to bed because you asked me. You said, "Look, I told you it's a trade-off. I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning." Non, je vais faire ça aussi going on demain matin. Parce que là,
Really?
ça, là, vraiment, tu cherches des problèmes cadeaux. Vraiment,
Quoi, je cherche des
moi, je
problèmes?
sens que Kaysha
On est
cherche,
ensemble.
il cherche des problèmes avec certaines
Non, je cherche pas les
personnes.
problèmes.
Aïe, mes abdos.
Hey, I thought you were having
Une diarrhée, vraiment. Ah, désolé.
Hey.
C'est horrible. En plein chaud.
BRB. Be right back.
Ah putain, les gars, bon, en tout cas.
Oh, Lord.
Ah, là.
All right.
Bon.
My people, it's been a pleasure. So,
Hey, did you tell them how many million streams something going on has gathered so far? It's crazy, man.
I was saying bye.
No, but you gotta drop that before we leave.
All right. What you mean? How many per week?
Globally.
Oh, you mean the song itself?
Across all
let me go.
platforms.
Across all platforms. We now are at, let me see in my analytics, daily trends. So across all platform, and it's interesting. How can let me look at. I mean, it's more than a year. Oh, I know where to look. I just took a subscription of 1 year to a service that is crazy.
What's his name?
It's called Musa.
Ah.
Musa.ai. And it's an app that tells me exactly all my statistic. Is it Musa or Muso? It's Muso.ai. Muso.ai. And oh, let me log in. Can I log in from my email? Let me log in. I never logged in from my computer to this one. So I can tell you that something going on now has, where can I see my stats? Summary. All right.
Mais tu sais, ça s'appelle Muso ton truc parce que je regarde, mais je trouve pas.
Muso.ai. Muso.ai. And so across social, first of all, I have 30 million what? Followers? Or plays. Okay, TikTok views, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. There's 30 million. Damn. 60 million on the quoi? Whoa. Okay, so I mean 11,000 charts. Got that?
C'est pas des lol.
And something going on is in a bunch of charts, but what I'm looking for is in my catalog the numbers of plays I have. So something going on is now totalizing almost 10 million on Spotify, almost 9 million on YouTube, and almost 500,000 on SoundCloud. So in total, and it has like been Shazammed 500,000 times. And I believe that it has, let me see how many streams it has. Oh, it's not telling me? No, wait. It's catalog. So maybe I have to look at catalog. 18 million streams. That's crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy. And listen, if you add the original track that had 6 million streams plus the 18, that's 24 million, almost 25 million. So yeah, 25 million streams.
Amazing.
For that one song. And now we are totaling 1 million stream per week, bro. It's like, I guess not bad.
On peut aller dormir. Il fallait que les jaloux puissent un peu sentir cette information. C'est important.
C'est important qu'ils maigrissent un peu, c'est-à-dire, I understand the jealousy. I would be pissed as well. I would, but I mean, yeah.
Si.
So, good night.
Thank you.
Emmanuel is saying that she's making love a lot with my new song with Malcolm Beats, thinking about Boddhi.
Merci beaucoup, Emmanuel. Non, merci à Kaysha pour les commentaires.
Cours les grands. On est ensemble. Non, mais moi je vous vois dans les chats quand il y a Quarantine Groove. Je vous vois. D'ailleurs, j'ai besoin before I go, I have a question to ask you. What should I do for Club Shada episode 300? That is in 3 episodes.
No, you need to invite some big guests, man. I told you already what to do, but you don't want to listen. You're stubborn.
Can we come to your house?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can set up because you have the internet of the village. So I don't know if I can set up.
I
a
don't have
live
the
stream.
internet of the village anymore. I have the surprise. But did you see my internet acting up since we started the live?
No, you were actually very, very smooth.
I told you. They really these guys that came, they really hooked me up nicely. And I'm upstairs, downstairs near the router. So 100%.
Ooh, Urban Sweet Spot, what up? All right, I'll think about something. Maybe find a spot where maybe a studio, rent a studio and have some guests come and do a live. Or maybe just have everybody come in from StreamYard, open the link.
Exactly. Yeah.
Open the link to everybody and just celebrate all together. Invite your dad for the 300th shows. Wow. Vous allez me chercher loin. Vraiment. Episode 300 is going to be epic.
300 episodes, man. C'est à partir c'est à partir des 300 là que les Rogan et autres ont commencé à monter, hein, mon cher. Donc là, à partir de maintenant, il faut se préparer parce que it's just a matter of time.
Nous, on se gère seulement.
Calme.
Us, we're just ready. We just navigate, push content, and one day you wake up and patatrack. All right, people. Boddhi, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to leave you guys with a track that I did in my album that actually I'm going to do a listening session for this album. It's an album called Baobabs and Bottle of Wines. And it came out in 2015. Instrumental album with 18 songs. And the one we're going to listen to is called Dream Awake. Shada gang, I see you when I see you. Peace out.
Peace.